All right, a few thoughts about real estate. Um, might be a quick video, might be a long video. I don't know. Totally unplanned. Might be a little bit of rambling. No script. I see we got the sun in the camera right now. Hopefully that won't be the case the whole video. But yeah, definitely not looking for high quality of production here. I'm just talking about real estate from a guy who, unlike a lot of people that talk about real estate online, has actually done real estate. And I actually have been. This is really unusual for someone that talks about real estate online. I've actually been in the situation you're in, so I can tell you the real skinny, because along with just straight up bullshit they tell you, a lot of what they tell you is just like totally out of context stuff that only applies to a tiny percentage of people, but they try to act like it applies to everybody. And what I mean in particular about that is a lot of the shit about they tell you, like, you're going to get investors, like, you don't even need money because your investors are going to pay for everything. Who are these magic investors that normal people like me and you get? It's absurd. Yeah, maybe in their world where they got an MBA from Princeton or Wharton or whatever, and everybody they know, all their college buddies are millionaires, and they get together with a couple of their drinking buddies from college, and they each throw in a couple $1,000,000, and away we go. We've started a real estate development company or something. That's not realistic. When they're talking about all these investors that are going to be paying for your deal, who the fuck's going to give you money? You college dropout, or in my case, I have a degree from history. I have a degree in history, which to business people isn't worth the paper it was printed on. I might as well have dropped out of high school. I'd have the same street cred with these folks. So yeah, that stuff is like completely ridiculous. That, oh yeah, you can do this all with no money. Like, bullshit. Nobody's giving you their millions to play around with in real estate. It's going to be a very slow process. Oh, the other thing they say too is that would appear to apply more to the average person, but it doesn't either. They're like, oh well, you just do it all with bank leverage. You get these great. Now, of course, the interest rate's a foobar now, but back when I was starting, it was like these great Fannie Mae low interest loans. You get like a friggin' even on an investment property, you get like a 3 point something loan, and you arbitrage your money and all this stuff. And they act like you can just keep doing this up to 10 properties, because that's Fannie Mae's limit, is 10 investment properties. Well, that's bullshit. That's a theoretical limit that maybe if you had some very high paying job that you could offset the costs and the debt service, that you could basically pay the debt service out of your income. That's the theoretical limit. But if you're just some schlub that's trying to do real estate investing with a normal job, you're never going to make it to 10 properties, because you're not going to meet their requirements. You're not going to get through underwriting pretty quickly, honestly. Like 2 or 3 properties, they're going to stop giving you those loans. They're going to, because they underwrite these things so conservatively. And basically they look at it as though, like, if you lost all your tenants, could you pay the mortgage? And pretty quickly the answer is going to be no, you couldn't, and they're not going to give you those loans. I mean, has anyone else ever told you that? They act like you're just going to keep being able to get these loans. You're just going to leverage yourself to the hilt. It's just all you need is 20% down payment and you get another house. Nah, it doesn't work like that, actually. I bet you didn't even know that. Now, there's other loan products you can get, maybe. I mean, you can go to, worst case scenario, you could maybe go to a hard money lender. Don't do that. And then there's, debt service coverage ratio loans, which is essentially a commercial loan. But why would you want to do that? You're paying commercial rates. The whole selling point of these gurus was that you're going to be able to keep paying Fannie Mae residential rates, and you're just not going to be able to. It's complete and total bullshit. What else? So I don't want to sound too extreme against real estate investing. I mean, I still own my properties, although I have soured on real estate investing a bit. You know, a lot of it has to do with this has become a tough time for residential real estate. My rents are in my area are actually going down. So I'm looking to move over to commercial. And honestly, if it wasn't for the 1031 exchange, the tax implications, I probably would be looking to honestly just get rid of all my real estate and just go into the stock market or something at this point. But I'm actually looking to move over to commercial. There's more money in it and less work. I mean, I suppose there's a little more risk. That would be the downside. But I feel like if you make smart investments, there's just a much bigger upside. But the problem is the things I've said about residential are even more so commercial. Like, a regular person can't just jump into commercial, just the numbers are just too big. Even me, who I built a pretty decent net worth off my residential properties, moving over to commercial, I'm like the lowest pond scum on the totem pole in the commercial world. I'm like looking at the bottom of the barrel properties, just trying to break into it. So for most like young people that would be watching the gurus, that's not even an option to go into commercial. So residential's fine if that's what you can get into, if you really love real estate. I'm not saying that you won't build wealth. You will, if you make smart investments. I've built my net worth, virtually from nothing, just with real estate. And I've built up a respectable net worth. Like my net worth's probably in the top like 5% of Americans. I mean, you'd be surprised how bad with money most people are. Like, it doesn't take much to be in the top percentage of net worth. Pretty much, if you have like any properties at all, you're probably up there. But it's like it's like a pyramid. It's pretty easy to get in like the top 10%, but then to break into like the top 2% is like almost impossible. Those people are like rich beyond imagination. So what else? I guess that's it. I mean, I just wanted to make you guys aware of some of this misinformation on the internet. Like, everybody wants to present everything as like it's just this friggin' utopia, like everything's just great. They never tell you any of the negative things. I mean, sometimes, like I was telling you, they just flat out lie about the positive things or really warp it and misrepresent it. So that's it. That's all I got.